So a guy went on Marketplace the other day.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now I have something else to take care of. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel if you're new here. Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. My name's Will, and you're watching. So tonight on this beautiful 5-degree, -15 wind chill night, I'm in the garage with my little heater of destiny over there doing its best to keep up for me and you.
I'm tired, boss.
Previous video, I had gone on a scavenger hunt. Please go watch it. Could you get a full welding kit, welder, gloves, hood, grinder, and a jacket? I'm going to talk about the jacket, but could you get all that for under 100 bucks? Yes, you can. But the welder did so well, I wanted to give it its own video. So, say hello to the Chicago Electric. So, the Chicago Electric is actually the really, really old model, like 26 plus years old.
You're wrong.
And it's actually the dual MIG, and this can run gas or flux core. Currently I've got it running flux core. More about the welder. I picked it up for 50 bucks. The guy had the wrong plug on it. I added the correct one, the washer one, and it blew my mind. So it gets its own video. I've already said that. Stop repeating yourself. So I'm going to set it up on some thicker steel because it did really good on the 3/4 inch. And we're just going to go over the unit real quick, get a quick rundown, what to expect for 50 bucks, and then we're just going to jump into some welding, see how she does. So 50 bucks, what does $50 get you these days? Like a Big Mac meal for the family? That's about it. Anyway, $50 machine. So what you have here is, I'm guessing, a 20-plus-year-old machine. Comes with the standard MIG lead here. It doesn't feel terrible. It just feels rugged, tanky, you know. That sounds great. Standard nozzle. And I think it runs currently 030 or 035. The ground clamp, I would immediately recommend upgrading these. Try not to keep these forever. Like, that's basically no strength at all in those clamp and the jaw force, but you know, it's okay. Again, $50. What's cool about this unit, I like this a lot, it actually has the tiny little gas. You can put a cylinder here and strap the cylinder on the back, and so you can have a cart that doesn't have the cylinder rack. Yeah, so yeah, it has the gas tube. You would run that. It's kind of the crude one. I'm sure you could probably upgrade this. I don't know if this came on them. Very heavy. I would say 50 plus pound, 50 pound. Very crude. So, heck yeah, brother. Woo! You got your on off, min max 1 and 2. And here's your wire speed settings, which that's okay if you're not doing precise work, and with the wire speed settings themselves, you could finagle it quite a bit. There is some damage to the machine, not a big deal. A little tape fixed that. Here's the specifications on it. 35 to 110 amps. It is 220 only. You cannot run this on 110. It says the duration. At max setting, you could run this for 1 minute and 30 seconds with a 6-minute cool off. It's very precise. Wonder what kind of testing they did to get that number. Maybe we'll try it. See if we can weld for a full minute and see, maybe it goes into overheat. I don't know. You can run, I think, a 10-pound spool in there. Not fully sure. You know, it's got all the settings, the warnings. For flux and gas settings, it even tells you how to do that. It's got a nice beefy roller setup in here. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, get it on some dirty, rusty, nasty steel, because whoever cleans that? And then we'll see how she welds. So we have the steel set up. Currently, I have some 3/8 and some 1/2 inch here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and run it till it either completes the full 1.5 foot, 1.25 foot, whatever, 1.5 foot pass on both sides. That should take about a minute's worth, maybe. And if it doesn't go into overheat, cool. Starting to notice it's starting to cool down quite a bit. It doesn't quite have the arc force it had when it started. We'll keep going. Okay then. Clean that poor nozzle and we'll continue on the other side. Yay! That's it. I overheated it. That was pretty good. Dun dun dun. I can't even be mad at that. I'm gonna warm my fingers up real quick. Oh yeah. Wait. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that like button and hit subscribe. It helps out way more than you guys could ever imagine. It helps the videos catch traction and to reach more people that are genuinely interested in some stuff like this. So, on with the video. Thanks. Oh. Like Cheech and Chong up in here. So we made it. All on the back side, all the way to there, and it's not happy with Papa Bear. Okay, I'm gonna clean that off. We're gonna check the welds out, and I'll show you where it progressively started to fall off. I'm asking a lot of this machine. We'll let that guy sit in the coolness, let it cool down, and see if I can't get it to fire back up, or I tore up my machine. We'll find out. So, exactly what I thought happened. So I will show where we initially started our weld. So right there, stacking dimes. And as we go, you can start seeing the bead instability. I did not change my angle. I had to fight it a little bit to get it to walk up on there a little more. Here's where we started our new side. It had about a minute cooldown. It was doing okay. Then that arc instability came back in. And if you see there, it's really not even sitting on top. It's just sitting on top. And then right there, very close to the end, is where it died. So, all in all, that's for 50 bucks. You can pick these up on Marketplace, 50, 100 bucks, you know, and you can't complain if you just need something around the shop. Let's see if it's going to turn back on. It just made a click. Hey! No more timeout. All right, well, I guess there you have it. Maybe I'll hook some gas up to this thing later if this video gets any traction. Like, most people don't usually have argon 75-25 mix, so I try to do the cheaper welders with flux core, because that's, you walk into the store, you get it at any Tractor Supply, Smith Farm, anything like that. You can pick up flux and weld with it, and you can weld good with it. I mean, that's not tooting my own horn, but that's not terrible. Like I said, this video gets enough traction, 100 views, I'll come back out and put gas to it. And I might just put it up against my $2,000 Everlast to see which one is truly good for you. Do you need a $3,000 machine or do you need a $50 machine? That's up to you, but I'll help you make that decision. My name's Will. You've been watching Iron Will Industries. I hope you guys got something out of this, and have a great night.